Welcome back to the channel. It is so dark in here today because it's raining, which is great for my garden because I really didn't want to water that, but not so great for inside lighting. So this week's video is going to be a little bit different than things I've done in the past. We're going to do a week without scrolling, which is probably going to be hard for me, I would imagine. I know for a fact that like my brain feels better when I'm not scrolling because I have like done it before. Like this isn't like a new kind of concept for me, but it's definitely a different level of hard because I work from social media now. So like before, I worked from social media before and then I stopped because I was like, I can't do it. Like I hate it here. I don't want to be here. Like I'm done. Break, and then I came back and I was like okay working on it again because I'd had some like separation and some boundaries, but now I'm growing really quickly and I'm like constantly like scrolling every time I go to like check and like refresh my follower count or like whatever, and I just don't want to do that anymore. So I do run two companies. One has 3 locations, one is just like my social media management. So I do like have to be on my phone throughout the day for work purposes, but none of that really needs to be like on social media. So the goal is to just use my phone for like emails, staff messages, etc., which is all that my notifications are showing right now. And this morning I already pre-scheduled my threads for the day, so that's done. And I'm not considering that scrolling anyways because that's just something I have to do every day. I need to post a short form video at some point today. I don't really know what I'm going to post, but I am going to post short form at some point. And that'll be like the extent of me going on like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube shorts, etc. I made a coffee, so I'm going to sit here and drink my coffee and do a little bit of work. It's hot to get the day started. Actually, I might read a book to get the day started. Just sit here for like 10 minutes and just read till like 9:30. Then I'll start my work. And yeah, no scrolling. I'm hoping to replace all my scrolling. Sorry, no voice. I'm hoping to replace all my scrolling with like hobby time or like writing or whatever, because that stuff is productive and fun. But yeah, I don't know, man. I know I can lose my entire self to a day of like brain rot scrolling, and I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm also gonna consider ChatGPT scrolling because like I put stuff in there a lot, and then I'll like get into like a rabbit hole of like researching something, and then I'll bounce between like asking ChatGPT questions and then bouncing into Google if I don't get the answer that I want, and then like I just like end up in like a weird little like research scroll hole, if you want to call it that. I don't know what else you would call it, but anyways, it's just very strange. So I'm nixing ChatGPT, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts. And yeah, that's about it. Sometimes I scroll Pinterest, but I really only go on there to get nail inspo when I have an appointment. I did watermelon, the last set. They're very cute. Okay, today's the end of day 1. I just had a shower. I definitely did get sucked into scrolling a little bit, and I did get stuck in a ChatGPT research hole about vacuums because I have a clog in my shower, and the last time I had a clog in my shower, I cleaned it out with a vacuum, and long story short, I no longer have that vacuum, so I had to research new vacuums. Anyways, so I just ordered a wet dry shop vac, which will be a good purchase, I guess. But that was not on the bingo card for today. And then also I got stuck in a bit of a social media scroll after work, because that's just like a habit that I do after work. I'll just sit down and like disassociate and just like scroll on social media. So unfortunately I did do that a little bit. Not for as long as I typically would, which is good, but I still did it. So hopefully tomorrow will be less scrolly. Why is my window screen popped out? Okay, we're on like day 3 of me trying to stop scrolling. It's really not going well, I won't lie. I use ChatGPT a lot, and I get in friggin' research holes, and I just can't get out of that loop. I've been pretty good about being on social media, but oh, you CB girl? Oh, she's CB cute. Look at her. Oh, you didn't have to get up. I'm sorry. Apparently she didn't like that. But yeah, I'm still on my phone a lot, but I work from my phone, so it's just like a little frustrating. And I don't really know how to like get off of there. But anyways, I'm gonna actually keep this going. I'll probably upload this still, even though it's not going well, but I'm gonna try and keep this going. I mean, forever if I can, but I need to get better at it. I think maybe I'm gonna try and go like live and do hobbies on YouTube a little bit more to try and get my phone will be occupied, and then I just like can't use it. I don't know. I'm gonna try so many things, because I just don't want to be chronically on my phone. It's irritating. Which I understand, like, you know, having a job that I have to use my phone a lot is what it is, but there's definitely gotta be a way to like streamline my work so I don't have to be on my phone all the time. Basically, today was really easy to not scroll after I got the day started, because I did a whole bunch of work this morning, and then me and Jake went to the Asian market, which was really fun. We got this cutie little teapot. It's so cute. And then I also got a big old thing of jasmine tea. So we're gonna make some iced tea, I think. And then we got some fun little treats, and also, what else do we get? We got like frozen food and stuff. But I had a huge garden harvest today, which was not really on the agenda, but that's harvest season, I guess. So we got, all right, my memory card apparently thought it was full, and there's only 6 things on it, so Lord knows what I recorded. But anyways, yeah, I got a huge garden harvest today. We have a ton of tomatoes that are just gonna sit here and ripen up, and I had 3 peas, but I ate one, so they're still, can you see them? You can't see them. Oh, hold on. Peas. And then the mother lode of the garden is the kale. This is my 3rd time really harvesting kale, and we got so much. Again, this is about as much as we got last time, if not more. Look at this one. Literally the size of the top half of my body. It's insane. So I'm just gonna let this stuff dry. I'm not doing anything fancy with it. I'm literally just gonna freeze it. So it needs to dry, and then I'll put it in freezer bags, and we'll have kale for the winter. But yeah, this isn't even like a quarter of the plants. So and this is like I said, my 3rd harvest like this. So I texted my friend, she has bunnies, and I know like they eat pretty healthy, and their kids like enjoy vegetables, and they have 3 kids now. So I was like, okay, does anyone in your house eat kale? And like, do your bunnies eat kale if you guys don't? And she said, yes, they do stuff with kale all the time, and they love it. And I said, okay, perfect, because I got kale coming out of my ass. So we're gonna drop a basket off at some point, and I think I'm gonna wait until my cucumbers are ready, because I have so many cucumbers almost ready, and maybe a couple peppers and tomatoes, and I don't know, whatever. I'll just do a little basket. But yeah, I'm really excited to get rid of a bunch of kale, because there's so much and I can't do anything with it. Like, why? I mean, I'm so grateful that it's so abundant, and I'm so grateful that it grew, but like, why is it so big? Like, I buy kale a lot in the grocery store, and I've never seen kale this, I'm so sorry, he's playing games. I've never seen kale this big in my whole life, and like, it's just massive. Some of it got ripped, but that's okay. They're just huge pieces. Like, even this one, look at that beaut. Like, it's just huge, man. I can't get over these ones. Like, that's so big. I posted on Instagram earlier, and I was like, I was holding those pieces of kale, and I was like, is this how the men do it with fish? Because like, it's just, I felt so stupid, but I'm like, this is literally like the size of me. Like, that's a crazy large piece of kale. So anyways, I have 4 kale plants. Just 4, and they've produced all of this food, which is amazing. It's so good. I love it. But it's a lot. Anyways, not scrolling, going a lot better this afternoon because I've been busy AF. But yeah, I'm just gonna do up the small amount of dishes that we have. I got kale water on my phone, or on my camera. I'm gonna do the small amount of dishes we have left, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I have to open the daycare in the, well, one of the daycares in the morning. I'm not used to saying that yet. I just keep saying the daycare as if like I know what location I'm talking about. I'm talking about the preschool, but like in reality, I have 3 daycares now, so I'm like, that's strange. Strange to say. Anyways, I have to open the preschool tomorrow. I gotta get to bed. It's already 10 o'clock, and I still have some dishes to do. And I would like to edit and upload a video, but I realistically just don't know if that's gonna happen. So we'll see. I unexpectedly got the morning off, which is just lovely. I was rushing so hard to get to work by 7. It is currently 7, and I don't have to go. So I do have to go later, but for now, I can stay home and work from home this morning. So oh well, there we go. So I'm really excited about that because I was gonna have to go work from the actual daycare today, and that's just not ideal for the stuff that I have to do. I have this giant stack of friggin' bank statements, and I need to finish going through and fixing my books for this year because we got into a new accounting program a month or 2 ago, and I love the program. It's really great, but I had to put all of my I had to put all of my transactions for this year, obviously, into the new program, and now I have to reconcile all the accounts again, just because it's a new program. Okay, let's try this again. I'm gonna make a coffee, and look at my cute mug. I love it. It's so cute. I don't know if it's focusing, but yeah, there we go. It's got breakfast on it. I don't know. I think she's cute. I found her for, I don't know, like $5 at Canadian Tire. I love it. I uploaded a video last night. Today's, what's today? August 20th. I uploaded a video last night, and I'm like, I follow a lot of people from the States, but I would love to find some like Canadian YouTubers that like I actually vibe with, because my biggest issue is that like, I mean, I only follow somebody or subscribe or whatever it's called based on like serious vibes, and like if I don't vibe, I can't do it. Like it gets annoying. So I'm like, I would love to see some Canadian people, because it's just like, I don't know. I feel like we have such a different, especially like East Coast Canada people. I love Ariel Bissett. Like, I'm obsessed with her, but I started following her when she lived in like BC. I feel like it was BC. She lived in Vancouver, I think. But she lives in Nova Scotia now, and I love watching her home renovation videos. And that's honestly kind of what first inspired me to be like, okay, I think I would really, like, she started this, 5 years ago? That's when I moved into this apartment. And I swore up and down when I moved into this apartment that I was not going to ever downgrade when we buy a house. So I was like, oh my God, it's going to take us forever to buy a house. And then I had this like weird narrative built up in my head that I needed this like pristine new build house, blah, 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 because I lived in a brand new apartment building and all this crap. And then I started watching Ariel renovate her like 100-year-old farmhouse, and I was like, that looks kind of fun. But then I was like, I'm like visually looking at this thinking this looks fun. Meanwhile, in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm never going to do that. Like, I can't downgrade from my apartment. Why would I downgrade from the apartment that I'm in? Anyway, whatever. But that was 5 years ago. Present day Ashley is a lot more collected up here. My frontal lobe developed. But now I'm like, give me an older house. Please, God, give me an older house. I want the character. I want the charm. I want the renovations. It's so funny that like 5 years ago, my brain was like, oh my God, that looks so... And Dad went to work. I'm sorry you're mad about that. But 5 years ago, my brain was like, oh my God, that looks so fun. But like then logic started talking, and it was like, girl, you're never going to do that. And now it's like 5 years later, that's pretty much the trajectory of what we're going to do. Not to that extent. I don't want to have to do like an entire renovation and like live in that. Just because, and honestly, I probably would. If it was just me and Jake, ask a man. You can't leave the apartment. No. No, don't argue with me. Come here. Stop being annoying. Yes. Little butterball. Come here. Want to say hi to the people? Oh my gosh. She's a nuisance. You know. Oh, this is my little butterball baby. She's a lot. Okay, you can't get on the camera. Stop. She's at the front door screaming because her dad went to work. Anyway, what was I saying? We'll never know. But yeah, I don't, like, if it was just me and Jake, I probably would take on a renovation to that extent, like, honestly. But we have 4 cats, and Askman, the one I just showed you, she is really allergic to, like, everything. Yes, thank you for your 2 cents. She's really allergic to everything, so, like, I have to be really careful with, like, room sprays I use. I can't use candles anymore. Wax melts seem to be okay. Soap, I have to be careful about soap. Laundry detergent, dude, she reacts to laundry detergent so bad. So I'm like, it kind of scares me to bring the cats into, like, a really, construction steady environment. Like, I don't even want to paint with them around because they're just so sensitive. So if it was just us, we probably would buy more of a fixer-upper. We're still going to buy a fixer-upper, and then hopefully we're going to buy something that's cheap enough that we can keep the apartment for like a month or 2, do what renovations need done, and then like just paint, not anything crazy, just paint and, you know, all that. Possibly flooring if it needs it. But yeah, the goal is to have at least all the painting done before the cats move into whatever house we buy. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works out. I don't know. The universe likes to look at plans and go, ha 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 ha. No. So we'll see. Honey girl, he'll be back in a couple hours. She also has a little friend across the hall. Well, she doesn't know that they're friends, but they scream at each other all day. I heard her screaming at the door one day, and we were always like, why are you doing that? Like, you can't go in the hall. You've never wanted to go in the hall before. Like, she just recently started this. And since I stayed home one morning, and I could hear her screaming, and then the cat across the hall screaming back. And I was like, what is happening right now? So, I don't know. She's either talking to that cat, or she's pissed off that her dad left. Stop scratching that door, please. She don't care. Alright. Cheers. Good morning. It's gonna be a good day. Let's go do some counting. Is this outfit giving soccer mom? We had my goddaughter's jamboree this weekend. It is Sunday morning. I have completed the full week of trying to scroll less, which, I mean, it like worked. I definitely scrolled less because I was more consciously like aware of it, but I don't think I did as well as I could have. So I'm going to try this week to be a little bit better at it because I just, I don't know, I really just don't want to be wasting time scrolling. There's so much I want to do in life, and there's so much that I, like, you know, could be doing that I just don't need to be scrolling. So, hopefully this vlog wasn't boring. I feel like I didn't really do a lot, but we're soon going to be starting really decluttering all of the spaces in this apartment to prep for our move next year, which is like, I don't want to. I'm like, we've lived here for 5 years, and by the time we move, we'll have been here for 6-ish years, and it's a 1,300 square foot apartment. We've accumulated so much crap over the years. It's 2 bed, 2 bath. Like, it's bigger than my parents' house. 2 bed, 2 bath, huge walk-in pantry, like 6 by 8 foot pantry. We have a full laundry room, 6 foot kitchen island. I don't know what the dimensions of the kitchen are, but it's not like a small kitchen by any means. It's too small for me, but it's not a small kitchen, like, in general. But yeah, and I have gone through our stuff. Like, I've decluttered a lot of stuff, but like we still have a storage unit full of stuff, which I'm not getting rid of most of that, but there's a couple things I need to get rid of. And yeah, we have some stuff in storage. And then also I'm frequenting estate sales right now. So like anything that I see that could work in our future house that's cheap, I am actually buying it and putting it in our storage unit. If it doesn't work in our current apartment, because I'm also kind of in the middle of like getting rid of stuff that I don't like in our current apartment and upgrading with like ugly estate sale stuff that is just more functional for us. And that's been really great. And I've discovered I'm a really big fan of tables with like drawers, like hidden storage. Big fan of that, because then I can have stuff in the drawer and nobody can see it, and it doesn't have to be in a basket, and it doesn't have to be on display, and it's just hidden. Even though we still have the same amount of stuff, you just can't see it. And that makes my brain very happy. I really don't like when I can see stuff. And it was also like really hard to clean around stuff. Like, it's, if you have like a clear space, you can just have a clear space, you know? And then it's super easy to just like spray and wipe down. And cleaning it is not a big process and all of that. So, pretty exciting. We also, like, I've been trying to move things around, or, oopsies. I've been trying to move things around the apartment just to, like, make it a little bit more functional while we do live here. And I've gotten a new coffee table, new bar stools, and then I grabbed this from the daycare, because I've had this for a couple of years. And it was just sitting in the nap room at daycare holding a sound machine, and I was like, I think I could do something with that at home. So I brought it home. I tried it. Let me show you. I tried it in that corner with a lamp on top of it, and I hated it over there because it was just like too much going on. So it's just been living right here beside this chair since it came in, and I don't love it here either, but it's really functional right here. Like, it's not aesthetically pleasing or anything like that, but it's very functional. So I don't hate that. Could get something shorter that serves the same purpose, but I am kind of learning that I like taller objects, because like me and Jake are not short people. Like, I'm 5'7", he's like 6'1". Like, they're just very short. So like this table that I got at the estate sale I was at 2 weeks ago, it's a side table and it's really tall, but it works so much better for us for a coffee table because it's taller, because we're taller people, and like we don't have to bend over as much because we eat at our coffee table, because we don't have a dining room table, and we don't eat at the island because we like to watch TV while we eat, and it's just like a whole thing. So ignore the cat, but it's just, see how much it's just like that little bit taller than the couch there, and it's just perfect. And like I said, it's a side table, but it works for us for a coffee table, because like that's the space we're working with for a coffee table, so it was just perfect. And then the drawer is my pride and joy. And then we also, I don't know if you can see it, but there's, behind Morty, there, oh, how do I get over there? There's a lamp right there, behind the cat tree. And because since I moved the cat tree, I really don't love that lamp there. So I want to take the lamp out and move it over to where I had the stool and the other lamp, because I really liked that there was a lamp over there, but I just didn't like that current setup. But that lamp is really small. It's just a little pole lamp, and I think it'll look okay over there. But then comes the issue of I have no light over here to read, because I really like to sit here, excuse me, in the mornings and have my coffee and read. And I'm going to need a light for that. So I have a rechargeable lamp at the daycare on my desk, and I think, like, I never use that lamp. It's really just there for aesthetics, and it's not useful. So I'm like, okay, instead of buying a new lamp for home, I'm going to take that lamp, bring it home, and put it on this stool behind the chair, because there's a huge gap behind the chair in between there. And I think something would look good in between there. I'm also going to take down these string lights, because as cute as they are, the cats keep eating them, and I just can't do it. Like, it's really annoying. So we're going to take those down, and then hopefully put this tall stool behind there, and then put the cutie little lamp from the daycare that's rechargeable on the stool, and then we'll have light that doesn't revolve around where a outlet is, which will be exciting. No, I don't want something like ugly sitting here, because like it's just blocking the TV and stuff, but I might look for a little tiny stool, like kind of similar, but like a little bit shorter. I don't know. For a little coffee perch beside this chair because now it has nothing. And it did used to have a table beside it, but I swapped out that table for this stool just so there was something with the sound machine at work. But I don't know. Maybe I'll find something. I think I am going to another estate sale next Sunday. So, or Saturday, Sunday, whatever. Friday. No, it's only Friday and Saturday. So I'm gonna have to pop over on Saturday probably. Maybe I'll see if my friend wants to go with me. But we're gonna go to that, and it looks like it's a pretty good one. It has, right now they've been putting out a ton of like modern, or not modern, sorry, mid-century furniture. Is that how you say, is that the words? Mid-century? I'm gonna have to double check on that, hang on. They have this like items for sale page on Facebook, and I'm obsessed with it. And they've been posting all these old, like, this one just says vintage, but like this house that there's a sale in next week, are you gonna be able to see that? I don't know, maybe, right? Can we see? It has like old stuff like this, and it's really cool. And like this is also really cool. This is a vintage, charming mid-century, yeah. Rustic drop leaf, coffee table, solid Canadian wood. It's really nice. Not that I want to buy it, but I'm just saying, like, this is the kind of stuff that's in this sale. So I'm hoping that we can find some kind of small table. Also, isn't this the coolest freaking coffee table you've ever seen in your whole life? Like, what the heck? That's so sick. It's like a donut, and then you can put it into a snake shape, and it's just so cool. I love it. It is sold. Obviously, somebody bought that right away. But yeah, they have some really nice stuff. So I'm like, okay, if... Oops, hold on. Where's the bedroom set? They have a really nice bedroom set. It's like olive green. Yeah, right here. This one says, yeah, just vintage 5-piece dresser set. And bed frame and all that. So this house has some cool stuff. So I'm like, I've been watching that. And I'm like, okay, that would be a good one to go to. What was I saying? Yeah, so anyways, that's going to be a good one to go to, so I'm going to go to that next weekend. It's Friday and Saturday. I don't know if I want to go Friday. The last time I went to an estate sale on a Friday, it was actually terrifying. And I tried to go, like, right when it opened, because there was something I really wanted, and then I got there and I didn't actually like it, so it was kind of a waste of my time. But I ended up going back to that estate sale, like, 2 days later with one of my friends, and I did buy the coffee table that I have now, so it was actually pretty good. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever go to a estate sale, like, right at open ever again, because there's some crazy friggin' people that are, like, I think they're furniture flippers or something, or, like, collectors or something, because they were, like, absolutely apeshit. We're, like, I mean, I'm talking, they're, like, 40 to 60-year-olds, and we're in this line. One of them had a lawn chair and a book, and she was just sitting there. I don't know how long she'd been sitting there, and she was, like, one of the first in line. And then there was this woman in front of me who we had kind of parked at the same time, and then we're starting to, like, walk over to the house at the same time, and she started, like, speed walking to get in front of me, and I was like, that's weird behavior. But we were just, like, on the street, so I was like, oh, maybe that's not what happened. Like, that was just weird. And then we get in line, and she, like, meets up with her friends that are in line that are in front of me, and she goes, listen, guys, elbows up. You gotta push people out of the way for the stuff we want. You gotta body block everybody. You gotta make sure they don't get the stuff I want. And I'm like, it's not that deep. Like, somebody obviously just died, and we're going through their remaining belongings, and you're being a psychopath. So, anyways, that kind of culture was not really what I wanted to experience, so that was strange. So, I don't know if I'll ever go on opening day again, but I did go at half price day, which, that's kind of more my jam, because I'm like, some of this stuff is just, like, it's all old people's crap, you know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily crap, but it's just like, I don't want to spend full price on it if I don't have to, especially if nobody else wants it. And I feel like nobody wants the stuff that I want, because I'm not a collector. I don't give a shit what anything is. I just want functional furniture, and I'm feeling like people aren't really into buying furniture necessarily, especially just like small stools or small tables or small whatever. I feel like that's definitely not everyone's cup of tea. But right now I'm also currently on the hunt for, I don't really know how this vlog turned into a not scrolling video, and then now I'm just talking about estate sale furniture. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, I'm on the hunt right now for some desks, like multiple. I really want hardwood desks, or one hardwood desk for the daycare, really, really badly. I want a hardwood desk with a drawer, and I found the most perfect, most beautiful desk I've ever seen in my whole freaking life on this estate sale page, and I was 20 minutes too late to buy it, and I was so sad. So I'm on the hunt for that now. But yeah, I actually want it for my office at the daycare. I don't need a desk at home, but I desperately want a solid wood desk at daycare. But I want very specifics. Like, I like tables like this, like that have just 4 legs and there's nothing underneath. I don't like the big, like, solid thing you can't see through. I appreciate that I can see the floor, but I don't have to, like, have a flimsy little particle board table either. Because the desk that I have at work, like, if it's functional, it's fine. But when I type on my computer, the entire thing shakes, and that's really annoying. So if I can find a solid wood one, I know it's not going to do that because this coffee table is solid wood, and it does not do that. Also, the cat's sitting on the table. It's kind of annoying, but it is what it is. They've never done that to a coffee table before, but when I put this one in, it's like their favorite spot to sit now. So, I don't know. It's very strange. Anyways, I'm going to end this video before I yap your ears off for like another 10,000 hours, and my camera's getting kind of hot. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!